Welcome to the Boss Ladies Mindset channel, powered by Crown for Success, the largest women's empowerment network for soulful CEOs on social media. We are a coaching business that mentors and motivates women to reach their highest potential in business and mindset mastery. Each one of our episodes will share valuable tips, resources, interviews, and empowering information that will help boss ladies design a life and business they're crazy as fuck about.
I'm your host, Athena Cochran. I am the owner of RelianceLegacy.com. It's a blog about me and my story. And my mission is to help ladies align, grow, and elevate so that way they can find their purpose in their life. I'm also a Crown for Success RVP, which is a regional vice president. Yay! And today I am actually concluding a two-part series to Comfort Zone. Actually, and to my left is my little big sister, little because she's younger than me, big because she's taller than me. She is an aspiring entrepreneur in graphic design. Mm-hmm. She also had some of her work published on a book. She is a world champion in Tang Soo Do. She was also in the top 10 most influential teenagers in San Diego, and also received the Principals Award, which is the top 3.
Yeah, it was like one of the top 3 awards in my graduating class.
Yes. So there you go. She is very intellectual, very smart, and the reason why I brought her on the show today, well, not the only reason, but part of the reason is because I wanted her perspective on what it means to step outside of your comfort zone when you have anxiety. So I actually have 4 questions for her today that we will go over and just pick her brain and her mindset. So the first question that I have is, what does it mean to you to have a comfort zone?
Yeah, so my comfort zone basically consists of my house. Anything outside my 4 walls is outside of my comfort zone. So anything stepping outside my door is really just getting out of my comfort zone. And basically what that means is I do have anxiety. I do struggle with panic attacks, and it's more physical. So it's, once I leave my house, I feel my heart racing, and I'll just feel my hands getting clammy, and then I'll also feel like I want to pass out. So I do struggle with those physical sensations, and a lot of the times I'll, think, well, what if I pass out when I'm just trying to go to the grocery store and just get groceries? And, I kind of bring it back to, well, if I do, I can call out of work the next day, and it's, something good comes out of it. But anyways, yeah, just stepping out of my safe zone is outside of my comfort zone. And so I think everybody has a little bit different comfort zone.
Yes, I totally agree.
Their circle can be a little bit larger than what mine is, or a little bit smaller. Yes. I mean, your comfort zone can be just your bathroom, and
absolutely,
and that's okay too.
Yep. I really think that the comfort zone is different per person, because it really depends on the way that you perceive yourself, the way that you perceive your life and the world around you, the different journeys that you are on. So I really think that there's no specific answer as to what somebody's comfort zone consists of, but I think that there are underlying factors as to why we have a comfort zone. It's to protect us. It's something that we created to protect ourselves, that consists of like our fears and our doubts and our insecurities. So like I mentioned, I really think that it's different for everybody else.
Definitely.
So the second question that I actually have for you is, does your anxiety stop you from doing things?
I wouldn't say that it stops me from doing things, but it definitely makes doing things a lot harder. So if, like, for example, if I have a meeting tomorrow and I start to get anxiety the day before, it's because I'm having a lot of what if thoughts. Well, what if I go to this meeting and my heart starts racing and I can't leave because it's important? Or, I'll have a lot of these what if thoughts, and that kind of comes down to, my fear of the unknown, and it's the fear of, if I get there, what's going to happen? And for the most part, it turns out fine. I don't pass out. For the most part, I can get my breathing under control. I can get my heart under control. And it's like, But I definitely think the fear of the unknown is what kind of stops me or just kind of like holds me back a little. It's okay, do I really need to do this? And it's like, yes, you gotta go and do it. And so, but it definitely puts up a little bit of a blockage because you have to get over those what ifs, and you have to get over those, those anxious feelings, and that's difficult. So
proud of you.
Thank you.
She has literally been working on herself and getting herself into a healthier state of mind, right?
Yeah.
With reading and just, you listen to podcasts, right?
I do, yeah.
She listen to podcasts and just explaining her story, because when we have storms in our life, what we learn from them are gifts to be passed on to others. They're not to be contained. It's to help somebody else through their storm. And so it's our responsibility to share that.
Definitely. I feel like my anxiety is more of a blessing than it is a curse, because I'm able to help other people get through their struggles, and I'm able to kind of explain and what's going on in their lives, and I'm able to explain what you're feeling and what those sensations are, and I'm able to help them get over those sensations instead of having that anxiety about it and having that resistance about it. We're able to get through it together, and we're able to accept it together, which is so cool.
That actually leads me into my next question for you, which is perfect. So when you're outside of your comfort zone, like, how do you feel?
I think just to put it in like a physical sense, it would look like like that's just how my anxiety feels. It's just I know that there's different types of anxiety. Like, mine is definitely physical. So the first time I had a panic attack, I was like in the bathroom every 2 seconds because I was so nervous, my stomach was upset. And so but yeah, when I do struggle, and when I'm outside of my comfort zone, and I'm out going at dinner, or I'm at a party, and I struggle with, well, what if I have to go to the bathroom, or like, oh, my heart is racing, I might have to go to the hospital. And getting past those thoughts of like, I'm having this really bad sensation that I really don't want and I really don't like, instead of fighting it and resisting it like I've been doing, I just accept it, and I say, you know what? It happens. Like, it's gonna happen, but that's okay. I accept it. You just give yourself a big embrace and be like, it's okay that you're feeling this way. Because I feel like we're so hard on ourselves nowadays.
Yes.
That just, being accepted and being okay with yourself and how you're feeling, and just saying, okay, we got this.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you that acceptance, whether you have anxiety or not, is something that we need to come to terms with, because it will allow you to move forward in your personal growth journey. It will help you step outside of your comfort zone. It will help you discover and realize what your purpose is for this life. It will give you an understanding of who you are, because you are 100% uniquely made. There is nobody else like you. There's nobody else that thinks like you. We can have similar situations. We can have similar thoughts, but nobody's going to think exactly like you. And when we come to accept that we're so unique, like, it's just going to open up a whole nother world for you, that anything is possible for you to achieve. Anything is possible for you to step outside of your comfort zone and to seize the day and to seize the opportunity and see where life is going to take you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I am not sorry. I'm just so passionate because I believe this, because I've gone through this. I had to accept myself and who I am, because if I didn't, I can tell you right now that I would not be making this YouTube video for you guys. I would not have said yes to Crown for Success in the RVP program. I would not have created my blog. I definitely would not have found my purpose. But you have to accept yourself. You have to start somewhere. And it all starts right here.
Yeah, definitely. So acceptance is a really big thing. As you can see.
I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry. No, but acceptance is such a big part in our lives. And I think that a lot of the times we're missing that acceptance, and that's kind of what we're looking for. And so when you're looking for, well, why can't I feel great? And I think it's because you're not rejecting it, but because you're fighting it, and you're not just accepting who you are today. You're not accepting, I don't know.
Yeah, no. I totally get what you're saying. And I know that acceptance is actually one of your tips to help you with your anxiety. So that leads me to our last question of the day before we wrap up this episode. So what tips do you have to help somebody who has anxiety step outside of their comfort zone?
Yeah. So about a year and a half ago, I was going through some really tough physical sensations. I was having really bad vertigo, and I didn't know why, and I constantly felt like that, and it was really hard. And so I looked for every possible thing that I could do to help myself cope with that. And the best thing that I picked up was a book called Dare by Barry McDonough. And basically what it is just a response to how your anxious feelings are. And it's so cool because everything is logical. It's not like this whole guru thing. It's basically, you already have it inside of you. So the DARE response is D, diffuse your anxious thoughts. So for me, a lot of mine is, well, what if I pass out at the grocery store? Or what if I can't make it there because I'm breathing too heavily? Or what if this, what if that? And basically you just diffuse those anxious thoughts by saying, well, okay, whatever happens, happens. It's going to happen no matter what. So, okay. And then you accept yourself with that, and you accept those feelings. So instead of fighting it and saying, oh, I really hate that my heart is racing right now, I really hate that I feel clammy right now, you don't even have time to think about it. You just accept it, and I accept and allow this feeling, I accept and allow this feeling. Because when you're constantly repeating that acceptance, you don't have any room for thought of negative feelings or negative emotions. R is you run towards that feeling. So you run towards that feeling of acceptance, and you fully embrace that acceptance. And then E, you put all of your effort into something. So for example, if you're at home and you're feeling really anxious, and you're an artist, or you like to clean, put all of your effort into that one simple task. So that way your mind is occupied, your body is occupied, and you don't have any room for thoughts. So you can still have thoughts, but make sure that they're acceptance, forgiveness, and love. So definitely say, love. I love myself. I love myself. Yourself. It's not narcissistic at all, because we're so hard on ourselves nowadays. And I think what a lot of people are missing is self-love, and a lot of that is affirmation of self-love. So I love myself. I love myself, and I'm not being narcissistic about it, because my whole life I've told myself that I've hated myself because of the way I looked, or I've hated my body, I've hated this, I've hated my anxiety. But when I've come to terms with it, and I just said, you know what, I love it because it's me, it's who I am, and nobody else is like that, but just, that's one thing. I noticed big hugs. Big hugs. Just big hugs help.
Yes, and I love giving you big hugs. Well, we're going to wrap up this episode, actually. So where can they find you? And then I'll go ahead and close this out.
Yes, so you can find me on Instagram. That is Rogo15, ROGO15. My name is spelled with one S, so it's Jesica. My last name's Casper, like the friendly ghost. So if you have any questions, you can DM me, and I'd love to chat and kind of help you through whatever struggles you're going with.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, again, we are on the Crown for Success YouTube channel. It is a company that helps people or women through business and mindset mastery. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, because there are other queens that come on here and that they just share their wisdom, and they share the love that they have for what they're doing, to inspire all of you guys. So definitely make sure you hit subscribe. Again, I am Athena. You can find me on reliancelegacy.com, or also on Instagram at Athena, ATHENA1029, Athena1029. Until next time. Bye!
Thank you so much for tuning into the Boss Ladies Mindset channel powered by Crown for Success. Please tune in next week for another episode, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at RVP Queens, at The Girl Gang Confidential, at Crown for Success, at Strong Women Are Beautiful, and of course at Boss Ladies Mindset.